everybody.
Hello.
I'm Karin. Most of you know me. Yeah. And I'm going to do a little introduction into coaching. I have been a coach for 14 years. I started in Germany, as you can probably tell. And the way of coaching, what I do life coaching, and it's a bit special. It's called transformational coaching. So I help people to make a transformation in any area of their life. If they want to move from here to there, yeah, we can help as coaches. And I get that question asked a lot. What is coaching? And what is a coach? And most people know it from sports. So I want to relate it to sports a little bit. Sports coaches help professional sports teams. What do they do? To win the game, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think any professional team, doesn't matter if it's tennis or basketball or football, would even think about entering or training for the season without having a very powerful coach. And it's the belief of the coach and the team and the players that makes them go, wow, I really want to win for this guy, and I want to win for my team. And then coaching in life helps you win at the game of life, or in business helps you be great in business or have great relationships for relationship coaching. And it's very powerful. And what do we do as coaches? Yeah, I think we are like these wizards, really interested in understanding people, yeah, and reading people and making sense and being interested in the human psyche. We use certain tools and skills to help people to transform. And this week I did a seminar and I showed what I'm using to Bruce, Scott, and David. And this today is a little bit our final class. Yeah, they're going to show you what they're doing. And I showed them the tools of coaching. And why do we need coaching? Yeah. What I've observed that most people, when they grow up, they tend to get a bit pessimistic, yeah, hard on themselves, create problems, and lose the aliveness maybe just a little bit and their happiness. So in coaching, we help you to find your happiness, to find what your gift is and who you are. And the way we do that, I want to draw this, what Bruce did so nicely last session. Because when we are born as babies, we're fairly happy. Yeah? Actually, I think babies are in bliss. They don't worry about anything. Can't get this to open here. I have to hold my microphone. So we are born happy. We don't worry about anything. We don't think about, should we sleep now or later? Yeah. If anybody coming to scold me if I take a break, what about my mortgage rate? What about my bills? Yeah. Is my mom still liking me? They just are extremely curious. And that's one of the tools we practice this week, is keeping that curiosity alive, because what happens, we lose it while we grow up, and we learn to think in solutions and problems. So kids are happy, then we start learning life. And the first thing we learn is, don't do this, don't do that. What do you want to become this? I don't think that's going to work. Don't touch this. Don't mess around with your food. We enter into this world where we start building our persona. It's when we go through school. Life is still good, but we learn to putting a little pressure on our body and our system, yeah, where our heart is really open as like a 3 or 2-year-old kid, love everything unconditionally. A dirty dog, oh, touch everything, run to everybody. And then, of course, you hear, well, you have to be careful. Some people are bad. And just by understanding better, we grow up to understand the world, and we start shutting down our heart just a little bit. And some kids more than others, yeah, depending how they grow up. If they're hurt a lot, then they really close it. And then our excitement, we come to school, and we think, oh, this is going to be cool. We're going to have a good time. There are lots of kids to play with. And then what happens? We have to sit still most of the day, and we have to know the answers the teacher wants us to know and not what we are interested in. And we have to compete with everybody else in school. Yeah, for girls it's okay who is in what clique and who looks prettier, and for boys maybe something different. But pretty much this curiosity about other people starts going away a little bit. And if you go into school, if you go into first grade or kindergarten, they come, it's like, who are you? what do you want? Can we play with you? At first grade, they're still a little curious, but if you come 5th, 7th grade, it's like, okay, who are you? What do you want? Oh. You can really see people's lights dim, or kids' lights. So it's almost like a progression. We go into, we really start shutting down our body, and then puberty comes, and we are really awake and want to ask all these questions, and people act a bit strange. And then we don't ask them anymore. Yeah, everybody has experienced that. When my little daughter lifts her skirt, everybody thinks, oh, that's cute. I don't think it would be so cute if I did that. And then we get to college, and then we come out of college, and then there is a big transition where before we still have this trust. Wow, our life is going to be great. Yeah. I remember I was like, I'm going to conquer the world. I'm going to travel here, I'm going to travel there, and my life will be exciting. Until you meet reality, for most people, I mean, this is very generalized, from trust that we have here, we go to fear. And the lights that were a little dim now really go out. We learn, most people learn a job that may not really be what they want. We may already forget who we are and what we really want to do, so we pick something that other people tell us, or we pick something somebody else is doing that we like. We work at a company. I mean, in California, that's not so true anymore. There are so many people now self-employed. But we work for business or for a company. We don't really like the job. We drive a car. That's not the car we really want. It may not be the Maserati or the Hummer or whatever. And we live maybe in a house that's also a compromise. So what happens, we start making compromises out of fear. And we go from fear to tiredness. The fun goes out. Then we go to resentment. It starts building up really pressure on our system. Yeah, the fun goes out, the resentment comes in, then the pressure builds up into the heart. We get sad because we know we're not really doing what we want to do, but we just don't know how to do it differently. The sadness turns into constriction. It's in the throat. It's like we don't ask. But we don't ask questions anymore. We don't say what we want because we hear no anyways, right? So we start pouting. And then by the age of 30, normal progression, it's generalized, people are bored and maybe depressed. Yeah. So you find yourself in a life where you go like, it was true for me. I was like, what am I doing? I did everything everybody wanted me to do, and I didn't have any fun. Yeah. And then, so here the lights are out. Some people get out of this so-called box by having a coach or by tragedy. Something happens that really rattles you and shakes you up. Or somebody offers an opportunity and you are still curious and you walk and you go, yeah, jump and take a risk. So the coaches come in and help you to find what's in you, the light and the happiness that we had so naturally when we were little babies. That is still there, it's just a bit hidden. So today we're going to show how we do it. We're going to interview you and ask you questions. What we do in coaching, we use these tools to see where is your aliveness, where is your happiness, and what is it? What's your gift? What is your strength? And how can you bring that more into your life and expand your life, make it bigger and happier and more fulfilled?